Amazon has been investing more in e-notes than they ever have been before. This one is the pen that is used for the Max 11, but it's not actually made by Amazon. It's made for Amazon by a company called Maxi out of China. In fact, they tell you the model number at the back. Maxi is a company that also makes Microsoft Surface-enabled pens that also work on Galaxy, so we honestly do not know if this particular one that says Fire Max 11 tablet compatibility actually works with anything else, but we are going to find all that out right now. Hope you're not superstitious. It does open from the bottom. Let's see what all is in here, and more importantly, how does it work on everything else. Big no-no in my books is that it's using a quadruple A battery, and why this is not useful is because even ones that have used quadruple A batteries in the past, like the Rakuten Kobo, now have a USB-C charger on it, which we are going to keep this on standby to see if there's any cross-compatibility. I'm a huge advocate for not having a quadruple A battery, but all the same, it is what it is. You do get 3 different kind of language cards, and it's called the pincer instead of the tab removal tool. So let's all see what we got in here. We have a singular replacement, one single replacement. We have our pincer right here, which we will need, and we'll need our quadruple A battery. Also, let's see if this actually says Amazon on it. It does not. Actually doesn't say Amazon on it. And the thread lines up perfectly with the shape of it all, so that's kind of cool. And it's mostly for it to connect to the side of the device. Now, to its credit, it does have a sticker that says Amazon on it, but it's not actually labeled onto the unit. It just says Amazon on this little advisory sticker, but you can just take that off. Now, the pen itself, it is made out of plastic, and you do get one button on the side, which is very clicky. I don't know if there's some sort of EMR reverse on the back that actually maybe you hover over it to erase. That's probably dedicated to the side button. Let's remove the tip just to see what we're looking at here. Whoa, that is really in there. That is a tight tip. So it is a 2-stage tip with a taper, and it is conical at the tip right there. So we might have a little bit of accuracy going on. Whoa, you can't push that in with your finger. That hurts a lot. I'm going to have to use a piece of plastic off camera here to push that in. My goodness, that was quite painful, honestly. It's very strong departure away from Wacom. So let's see how this works on the actual tablet itself, bringing that into frame. Up until now, Amazon hasn't done anything with notes. The Fire didn't have notes, the Oasis didn't have notes. So let us go over to something we downloaded here, just on the bottom. This should be called Sketch. So we have our Sketch app. We got a bunch of pens here. Let's just fire through this. I'm going to use my fingertip first. Seems to work perfectly fine. Now I'm going to go over to the actual Amazon pen, see what happens. So it does work. And this obviously is just like writing on glass, because you are writing on glass. So let's clear all that away. So that seems to work. Now let's go over to the closest competitor, which is going to be the Rakuten Kobo pen, which does not seem to work, doesn't have cross compatibility. And let's see if the eraser works as well. The eraser does not work. So the Kobo pen's out. I doubt Wacom's going to work. No, Wacom does not work. And just for fun, we're going to use the Apple Pencil, which doesn't work. So that's the Amazon pen right then and there. But we want to try something else. We want to try on the Kobo device, which can only use the Kobo pen right here. So I'm going to use the Amazon pen on the Kobo device, and I see no compatibility whatsoever. And you will see the Kobo pen works perfectly fine. The Amazon does not, and Wacom does not. One final thing before wrapping up here, everyone, is the Scribe. For sure, I'm going to say it's not going to work right out of the gates, because Wacom does work on the Scribe. The Kobo does not work on the Scribe. What about the Amazon Pencil? No, it does not work on the Scribe. So they do seem to be completely separate from each other, because Maxi has a very specific list of compatibilities that only seems to work on the device that is intended to work. If you find some collaboration and some cross compatibility with Microsoft Surface or anything like that, you're starting to stretch outside of what makes Good e-Reader an e-reader company. It has nothing to do with us at that point. So there is no cross compatibility on the Scribe, unfortunately, but the pen itself is objectively a good pen. It's built well, it looks great, it has a good color scheme, it's powered by a battery, which is subjective, because you might say, well, if I run out of juice, I just throw another battery in there. Yeah, that's a very valid point, whereas on the Kobo, you have to charge it. You have to take yourself out of this to charge this up. This is everything you need to know, everyone, about the new Max 11 edition stylus pen made for Amazon, not by Amazon, because this is actually made by Maxi.